Well, here it is, another Friday. Let's take a look at some of our news from around the world, beginning with a whole bunch of stories, actually. We don't have time to get into all of them right now, but here are some of your headlines. The G20 summit began with a Welcome to Hell protest. Number of clashes. German police fired water cannons, and they got attacked with bottles and rocks. Basically, it got violent. A number of clashes, they eventually stopped. President Trump arriving didn't have time, apparently, to book a hotel in Hamburg. All the fancy hotels had already gotten booked up. It looks like the Saudi delegation reserved all the rooms at the fanciest hotel. So it turns out that Mr. Trump is going to be staying with a friend. Also, his speech in Warsaw, Trump's speech, that is, before he went to the G20, it pitted the Western world against the barbarians at the gates. This is some themes that we've been seeing running over and over again, actually going all the way back to the campaign, in which basically be afraid, be very, very afraid. It's the end of the world as we know it. We need to do what we can now to stop these barbarians. We can talk about that at some point, but it has some eyebrows raised around the world right now because the relationships are supposed to be getting mended right now between Trump and Putin and the United States and Russia and all this, but who are the barbarians exactly? The United States is going to continue to exert pressure on Russia, especially over the Syria situation. This, according to comments from Mr. Trump and from Mr. Tillerson. And it looks like Donald Trump's romance with China's Xi Jinping has cooled down a bit. It looks like we could be entering in a more confrontational stance with China, especially over this issue with North Korea. The United States has warned that the Gulf crisis could go on for months. However, some are saying that it's not as likely to degenerate into armed conflict as they feared. France has decided that they're going to ban the sale of any petrol and diesel vehicles by the year 2040 because they are going to make sure that they are living up to the Paris Accords. The U.S. and North Korea, that situation close to panic from some people, and we will talk about that today. Is it the end of the world as we know it? No, but there's no reason to be afraid, and I'll tell you why in my commentary today. Also, the U.S. government ethics chief has resigned, taking a couple of parting shots at Trump on the way out. And we are looking at the first meeting between Putin and Trump to happen today. Actually happened this morning, local time. There are many more stories than we have time for in a short video. Make sure you check out the website, radiofreespeech.com. Become a subscriber, and I will email you 30 to 40 minutes audio form that you can download and listen on your way to work. Once again, that address, radiofreespeech.com. I would love to hear from you. Send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com.